South African, a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express. My name is Jeannie D, and this is our gorgeous friend Donut. Hey, boy. Oh, no, doesn't listen to me, typical male. Now, music has a way of opening our hearts and helping us feel connected to something bigger than ourselves. So today on the show, we meet the man with South Africa's smoothest baritone, literally. A man whose voice touches the depths of your soul. Singer and songwriter Dumza Maswana. Then we chat about World Read Aloud Day with Petunia Thulo, a representative from Nali Bali. Plus, we have all of the information you need to know about voters' registration weekend. We're also joined by Mochecko Chaka from Direct Access to explain the importance of maintaining a really good credit score. That's going to be some really vital information. And we announce the lucky winner of the coveted VVIP Sunmate experience. Look out for that. So we will be calling you live from the loft, so stay by your phone.
So much to look forward to on the show, but I'm most excited for that VVIP winner announcement. Very, very excited. The Sunmate is definitely the place to be if you're in Cape Town this Saturday. Good afternoon. My name is Bali Satembe. Welcome again to Afternoon Express. In the kitchen, we'll be heating things up, but keeping you cool all at the same time. But I'm all here with Chef Kim. Chef Kim, what do you have up your sleeve for us?
So the 2019 healthy toasted cheese sandwich is a toasted cheese and veggie wrap.
Oh.
Does that sound good?
It sounds very good.
Actually, really, really great. So I'm going to teach you how to make that today. Then, because you were so good and so healthy, I'm going to give you a treat, okay? So it's going to be a delicious Lebanon and honey cigar. Delicious, crispy, creamy. It's absolutely amazing. Cigar, it's a cigar, but no tobacco, I promise you.
I'm very excited for that because I've never heard of a Lebanon. It's going to be my first time trying one on the show today, but I like trying new things.
There we go.
Especially if you're in the driver's wheel, Chef Kim, then I'm all for it.
So much faith. Thank you, thank you.
Of course. Now, our first guest for today is a singer-songwriter who goes by the name of Dumza Maswana. He found healing through music in the most difficult times of his life. The self-taught musician has created a unique sound through his remarkable baritone voice, and the lyrics are deeply rooted in his culture and his strong sense of tradition. Now, he's fast becoming an icon, and his voice, rather, is becoming an icon when it comes to jazz music in contemporary South Africa. Here's a look at some of his work.
Wow, what an extraordinary voice. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I mean, even just the way you speak, your voice just, I mean, it's so warming. You literally warm souls wherever you go. And, you know, to having a baritone voice, everybody feels the bass.
Yeah, I guess so. But I hated it for the longest time.
I believe so. I remember reading that you didn't realize that you had a talent and you didn't enjoy your voice. I want to go back to your early years because when I was hearing about your story, I couldn't help but think, wow, this could be a movie. You are one of 10 children. What was it like growing up with so many siblings?
I'm the firstborn to my mom and dad, and then they were very young when they got me. So later, like a few months later, my mom got married, you know, to another person, and my dad, you know, same thing. So I was raised by my grandmother, who taught me everything, you know, I know about life, and who protected me, loved me so much. You know, I don't know anyone who loved me like that. My late grandmother. And I grew up in the villages, so where I mean, singing is you know, everyday life. You know, we sing whether there's a funeral, there's umgidi, we just sing.
Then, like, life happened to you, I suppose, and you ran away from home at the age of 13 years old, where you said that music literally saved your life. Tell me about that journey. I mean, like, for me, I'm trying to get into the headspace of a 13-year-old boy to run away from home. That must be terrifying. Like, what was life like for you?
You know, in the villages, a boy is raised differently, you know, and there's no language like abuse there. I don't know how it came to me that, no, this was not normal. Sure. Because, I mean, it's normal to just beat a boy. If the goats, if there's a missing goat, you're going to be beaten for it. If there's a, whatever they're going to beat you, I mean, to death, if, you know.
Really?
So for
it's
me,
not just a hiding, it's
yes, you know, so for me, it was very difficult. I think I felt this was not normal. This was wrong. And I was doing grade 8, standard 6. I left home to go work in a pineapple farm, just to have, you know, my life going, and it was really not easy. You know, it was really not easy to leave home at that age. I didn't even know where I was going, but I guess, you know, God really took care of me.
Exactly. And is it true that it was because you basically stumbled upon a group that were practicing for their church singing, and you literally heard the sound and it drew you? Like, you literally had a calling to the music.
What happened is that I would stay here and there, and then later, I think now I was 16, maybe doing grade 10.
Yeah.
I went to live with my aunt, and this day she was, I mean, she had enough, you know, it's like, no, Dumza, I don't want you in my house anymore. Yeah. And I remember that I was standing there and I heard the song, Ngwele, 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 and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful, but I thought it was a city, but then there were breaks in between. I'm like, no, this should be people. I ran to that house, I sat next to the, you know, in that yard. I listened. Oh, these are real people. It was people from Seventh-day Adventist Church. They were practicing for Saturday. So somebody found me outside, and then they said, no, okay, get inside and listen. So when I say to people that music saved my life, I mean, that's like in a literal sense, because from that day, I found home. You know, I think somehow they saw that this boy is homeless, because Sister Dolly said, no, Dumza, just, you know, are you hungry? Do you want to sleep here? You can sleep. And the following day, she went and bought clothes for me. And in July, because it was June, in July, she registered me and took me back to school. Yeah. You know, so when I say music saved my life, that's what happened.
It literally did.
Yeah.
And what I love is that it's just the most unlikely success story. You know, this young boy who ran away from home and is now one of the most celebrated jazz artists. When did you when did you learn to love your voice after that?
It took me a long time. Yeah. You know, actually, my album Molo, that's where I really expressed, you know, the voice. I grew up loving Ringo, and so if I would sing a Ringo song, I would be Ringo. I would be anyone else but myself. And until I heard Mr. Victor Ndoni's voice, it was a baritone. I mean, there's Barry White, there's Isaac Hayes, they all have this, you know, big voice, but I couldn't really relate to them. Then there was Mr. Victor Ndoni. He was singing, there's a song at the theater. Yini sendihleli ndinjena ngosizi sukundi papazela dilijaqu njenguwe. When I heard that song, I was like, this is me, man. This is where I want to go, you know. Because, you know, as a baritone, they always make you feel like, you know, you're not really wanted in the choir. You know, so you're a bass, or at the back, go to the back. Tenor, oh, go, you know. So I didn't really feel confident enough, you know.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I've never been, jazz has never been my genre, but listening to your voice, it gives me goosebumps. And actually, somebody who you also love working with, we had Dumza Maswana in the loft. Yeah. And watching him perform, his whole body just takes over the instrument. I mean, just the two of you together has basically made me a jazz fan for life.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. And you're going to be performing for us a little bit later. I cannot wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
I'm so glad, for one, that Dumza found his way home to music. And secondly, with a voice like that, I think he needs to be careful, because his DMs are going to be lighting up bigger than last year's Christmas trees. Now, after the break, we head over to the kitchen for our favorite kitchen in the world for a super yummy toasted cheese and veggie wrap. Plus, we chat everything you need to know about this year's upcoming elections. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. See you after the break.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Happy Hump Day and welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3, where the stage is yours. Now, Clover cheese range offers good quality and value for money and is ideal to use in lunch boxes, sandwiches, and of course, to make the ultimate toasted samis. But today, we're leveling up the normal toasted sandwich with a toasted cheese and veggie wrap. So bring the tastiest of rewards with this cheesy recipe and SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Chef Clem, you've got my favorite of ingredients in the kitchen today, which is cheese and vegetables.
Absolutely, and adding vegetables to something like a sandwich or a wrap is a great way to, number one, disguise the greens.
Yes.
I want to say for kids, but actually I know some adults that just cannot go near it.
Dad, brother.
Yo, okay. We weren't going to name people.
No,
okay.
But I want us to get the most in our nutrients, most in our food, and kind of keep a balanced diet always throughout the entire year.
And this is a great way to do it. So let's start off with the veggies. So we've got some baby spinach, spring onion, and some corn. But in saying that, you can totally go crazy with any vegetable that you have. Some leftover roast vegetables that will really work well in there. I'm trying to think of a veggie that wouldn't work, but actually...
I think everything can work because it's a wrap, so you can play with the textures in your wrap.
Exactly.
So whether you like something softer, like a butternut, or whether you want to use a semi-hard cheese from the Clover range, which like a feta, would be perfect for your wrap.
Yes, your palette is so amazing.
It is. I mean, thank you to you, Chef Clem. You keep teaching me here in the kitchen. And one of the amazing things that I feel like Clover cheeses make so easy for us, with this new range of cheeses, everything comes basically for you on the packaging. Serving suggestions to the different flavor intensities
Can I just hold
of
it
the cheese. Please do,
so
because I think this changed my life.
There we go. It's working with our Gouda today, and they can see their flavor intensity. It's a 2.
Yes.
It's very mild. So there are some people that don't like strong cheeses. This would be the cheese that you go for.
Okay.
Cool.
And like, I think a cheddar could possibly be under the same flavor intensity. Is it more harder?
That's on a number 3. Cheddars are normally more sharp than sharper than a Gouda. Absolutely.
Nice. And what would you think would be the perfect cheese to use in this recipe? Because we're looking for a cheese that can melt perfectly in the wrap. We're looking for a cheese though that also comes through with the flavor.
Sure. So I would say I'm in love with cheddar though.
Yes.
So I would go for cheddar.
Okay.
But this one works really well with the Gouda. It's not going to say that won't work. You can also use the tussers. It's fine. They all melt really nice. It's more your preference or taste of what you like.
Okay,
Today we're going to use the Gouda.
Okay, got that. Perfect. It looks like we're heating up there.
Get it nice and hot. I've got some red pepper and cut into little julienne strips. It means little long matchsticks. And now we're going to cut them into, remember that confetti that we made the other day?
Yes, 100% our veggie confetti dish.
And that's all we're doing. We're just cutting it into little cubes, and that's going to be also part of the filling for our beautiful wraps. So, can you grab one of the whole wheat wraps for me?
Yes.
There we go. Great. So, let's start off with the cheese. I like adding the cheese first because that's got more contact with the heat. So, it's actually going to end up melting faster.
Okay, I like that.
There we go. Cheese down.
And I also guess if the veggies are inside, it doesn't dry out the veggies, doesn't overcook the veggies.
Absolutely.
So it still adds that crunch that you need in every single dish.
There we go. So you can do 2 pieces. One is fine. Okay, let's go 2. Why not? Let's go 2.
Doubling up in the kitchen on this Wednesday. I mean, it's a hump day. We have to get over this hump to the weekend.
And cheese is the way.
Cheese is always the
There we go. Great. So hit it with a little bit of our baby spinach.
Okay.
And we just finally, check as well, chiffonade.
Chiffonade?
The spinach has been chiffonade cut. Yeah, we just do the chiffonade. We basically means little tiny shreds, just like this.
So not only is my cooking education coming up, but also my vocab in the kitchen is growing.
Absolutely. So in goes our corn.
Okay, cute.
A little bit of spring onion sprinkle. Dun. Roll it up. It's going to go to the griddle pan.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful they are after they come off.
Oh, it looks so good. And that's our finished product. I guess if you want to keep your wrap all together, you can put a toothpick in there or a skewer just to keep it all intact.
There we go. This works perfectly, and that's all it is.
Thank you so much, Chef Clem. It's cheesy, healthy, and downright addictive. SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. And if you can't get enough of the cheese, here's a quick wrap-up of how it was made.
Made with love by Clover.
The 2019 national and provincial elections are upon us, fellow South Africans. Now, voting is a fundamental right for every citizen in the country and enables us to choose the leaders of tomorrow. Many people have the misconception that one vote will not make a change, but as a matter of fact, it really does. A nation's political foundations are built using elections, which means your vote counts. With that said, the final registration will be held this weekend on the 26th and 27th of January. Now, Courtney, Sampson, Provincial Electoral Officer for the Western Cape, is in the loft to share all of the information we need to know about registering to vote. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you, Jeannie.
So this is the last weekend to vote, register to vote.
Let me put it to you this way. The law requires South African citizens to go in person to an official of the IEC to register as a voter. And what we do over weekends like this, because we realize that our offices are not always accessible to everybody, we take the venues we usually use as voting stations, and we use them as registration points. And we take officials out there to the communities, just to make it more accessible for people to register as
If we've already been registered, if we voted in the last elections, does it mean that we are registered to vote in the next coming elections?
That's correct. Ginny, I'm glad you asked the question because it's possible to do a few things. You can go online and check your details, and you can even change your address if you've already registered online. You could also use an SMS number, which is 32810, and send your ID number there, and it will indicate to you where you are registered to vote.
Amazing. That is very helpful.
If you're already on the vote.
And of course, all of those details we'll have on Afternoon Express website as well, and they're on the screen at the moment. Okay, how many people are currently registered to vote?
Look, we've got about 26, just over 26 million South Africans on the voters roll. Yeah, but you know, if you think that we are about, 55 million South Africans, and not all of them are eligible to vote. I mean, that includes children, people under 18 and everybody. So I think in terms of that, it amounts to about 75% of the voting age population, which is not bad in terms of in terms of international standards. It's actually quite good. So
now, I see that IEC is also encouraging the youth, I suppose, to be a little bit more interested in the democratic process. I mean, are they? Are our youth registered to vote? Do they understand the importance of these elections?
I think it's very difficult for young people to begin to understand that. But I think that our need for young people's involvement is absolutely critical. If you take into consideration the fact that we are now talking about the fourth industrial revolution, which is all digital, and things that people of my age probably don't understand as well as the youth do, we are going to really need young people ideas, young people energy, in order to create a society where we will all be free, secure, in work, you know, and really just safe. So I think we are going to need all hands on deck.
Well, I think we saw it in Brexit, where young people didn't vote, and then it's now a massive decision that will impact them for the rest of their lives, and now it's a big mess up. So I think in South Africa, the youth need to be involved. Otherwise, you can't complain if you don't vote.
It's because we realize that. That is the reason why in our launch, we focus specifically on young people. We had our...
Donut.
The dog likes me. Your dog likes me.
Donut, come here.
I think the dog is smelling my dog.
Oh, shit. Come here, boy.
So I think that it's because we realized that we took our election launch and we had young people designing it for young people. So it's by young people, for young people. And we use it in that way. So I just really hope that we will make use, or the young people will make use of the opportunity to do that.
Okay, so this is a message going out to the youth now in South Africa. If you haven't yet registered to vote, please do. This weekend is your last opportunity. What do they need? What do you need to be able to go and register?
Ginny, you need to be a South African citizen. And you need one of 3 identity documents, either the green barcoded ID, or a smart card, or a temporary identification certificate issued by Home Affairs and which is still valid. Now, I think that what I also want to clarify very quickly is it will still be possible for people to register until the time that the election date is proclaimed, in other words, printed, published in the Government Gazette. So if this weekend is over and there is no publication of the election date in the Government Gazette, people can still register. It's in that light that we are going to allow and create a situation for people all over the world from the 1st to the 4th of February to register in countries outside of the borders of South Africa. In other words, if you are in Namibia or in Botswana or in England or wherever you find yourself, you'd be able to go to one of the South African missions, embassies, and register there between the 1st and the 4th of February. We will also wait for the universities to start kicking in. So we assume that many of the universities will start having people arriving around about the 1st of February. So from the 4th to the 7th of February, we're going to go onto the campuses and specifically the residences to get the young people who are at the residences to register as well.
That's very helpful information.
So if you are from the Free State and you're coming to study in Cape Town, you will have that opportunity. But I think I must also add that if you vote outside of your province, you will only get a national ballot. If you are registered in the province, then you will get national and provincial ballots if you apply to vote at a different voting station. So I think I needed to clarify that.
Thank you. That is very, very helpful information. And then just again, you need one of 3 forms of ID. Driver's license, passport, or... No.
Green barcoded ID.
Card ID.
Smart card. Or temporary identification certificate issued by Home Affairs.
Oh, you see, this is where I always get confused because I roll in there with my ID in the name of a driver's license. Thank you very much. That is very helpful. Thank you so much for being here today. Please do go and register to vote. The country needs your cross.
I think it's so important that everyone takes responsibility, and if you are of age, go out there, take full advantage of this weekend, it being the last weekend to register to vote so your voice can be heard in South Africa. Now, after the break, we announce this year's winner of the VVIP Sunmate Experience competition. Whew, I can't wait for that one. Plus, we chat to Petunia Thulo from Nali Bali about World Read Aloud Day. Very, very important that we all underestimate. And also, we make mouth-watering honey and lemon Labanya cigars. I can't wait for that because I don't know what it is.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
of Afternoon Express. Now, with just 2 days left before we gather at Africa's largest race day, the excitement for the Sun Met 2019 is undescribable. So we've given you the opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid VVIP trip valued at 30,000 Rand. All you had to do was comment on our Facebook page and describe your dream outfit to this glamorous event. Out of hundreds of creative posts, we are proud to announce the winner of this luxurious prize. Now, our winner has no idea that she is getting this coveted prize, so let's give her a call. Hello, Tariq. Hi, Tariq. It's Jeannie D speaking from Afternoon Express. How are you?
Well, thank you, and yourself?
Wonderful, thank you. I just have to tell you that we've chosen our winner for the grand prize, the 30,000 Rand prize to the Sun Met. And my darling, it's you.
Yes, I'm listening.
You are the winner.
No!
Congratulations, Tariq. You've won yourself an I know, my love. You've won yourself an all-expenses-paid trip to the Sun Met 2019. How do you feel?
Oh, my word. I am overjoyed right now. This is so exciting. I've never, ever won something to this magnitude before.
So I want to know from you, because we said that you had to describe the dress that you would wear on our Facebook page. I want you to describe it for me. What did you write?
What did I write? Okay. So, as you know, like sequins is the big trend at the moment. And with the African luxury precious metals theme, I thought I'd go with a long V-neck, sexy body-fitting sequins gold dress. And then obviously to complement the gold, I thought of red accessories such as a pointy toe stiletto and a red clutch. And I thought that would make the perfect outfit for the Sun Met this coming weekend.
Well, I hope you make it, and I hope that's exactly what you wear. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
So much.
I hope you have the best time, darling.
Thank you, Jeannie. Bye.
Bye. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Tariq will get the chance to walk on the red carpet, meet her favorite celebs, and receive VVIP treatment. Now, there's no need to stress if you didn't win. You can still attend the Sun Met this Saturday at Kenilworth Racecourse, as tickets are still on sale. Gates open at 10 o'clock. See you there. So as Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. While education may be the most powerful weapon, reading aloud and storytelling are integral building blocks in learning. This is why NGO Nali Bali focuses on reading for enjoyment. We chat to Petunia Thulo from Nali Bali about World Read Aloud Day, an initiative that encourages young Africans and young South Africans to read aloud to the little ones in their lives. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
What a fantastic initiative. Reading and reading aloud has been such an important aspect of my life, so I really cannot stress enough how valuable it is to young people. Why does this day exist, in your opinion? It's the 1st of February. Why World Read Aloud Day as opposed to World Read Day?
It's absolutely essential, like you rightfully say, Jeannie. World Read Aloud Day, it's celebrated across the world, as the word says. Yeah. Because we believe it's very important from young age for children to be read to aloud. In that way, they're able to make association between spoken word and written word. And also the benefits of reading aloud to kids, it follows them for their entire life, for that matter. Yeah. So it's something that also, it creates connections as well, bonding connections. If you, between you as a parent reading to that child, it starts conversations.
Yeah.
So it's something really that progressed into being read aloud as a child. You become, hopefully, a reader as an adult.
And also, I think it's got there's such a strong link to giving a child confidence. To be able to read aloud in front of people makes you, like, it creates confidence. I think it's such a vital, vital part of education.
I would like to think so, definitely, that self-confidence, like you said, definitely. And just, it opens imagination as well.
Yeah.
You're able to imagine the world as you're being read aloud too.
Yeah.
And it really makes you fall in love with books as well, fall in love with stories, go into places you haven't been to before.
Well, I absolutely love this initiative. It is possibly one of my favorites. So how does it work? It's on the 1st of February. And do you guys commission a book? Do you choose a book? And how do you know that everyone's reading out aloud at this time?
We would like to make it a really nation pride, so to speak, and being one of the biggest literacy drive in South Africa. So we do commission a South African author to write the story, and the story then gets translated into all 11 official languages, and then we make the story available, and then we ask the nation to pledge. So that's pretty much the order of events, so to speak. We do want people to pledge, and using our website, Facebook, our literacy mentors on the ground.
Yeah.
We have a good partnership with Department of Education, so through the schools, your local library, there are many ways that we're getting the nation really involved and getting the story that's been commissioned into everyone's hand in the language they understand.
Beautiful. What is this year's book?
This year's story is written by a South African author. Her name is Anne Walton, and the story is Where Are You? It's basically about a boy named Africa who, on this particular day, he's at the mall with his mom and his little sister, Dintle. And so it happens, he gets lost. It's a happy ending story.
Yeah.
You can find it on the website.
Oh, that's lovely. I look forward to reading. I'm going to read aloud out
Please
aloud
do.
on the 1st of February.
And you pledging to read to how many kids in your life? It could be your niece, it could be anyone.
Oh, I've basically got a nursery school of godchildren, so I can do that.
Okay, because we are counting on the nation's reading out loud. For this year, we're aiming to, last year we were able to
What if I read it out loud on this show?
We could do that. How about that?
Exactly.
We're aiming to read aloud to 1.5 million kids across the country.
Amazing.
So your reading will definitely help to reach the goal.
I will read for you with absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. What a great, great initiative.
Thanks, Jeannie.
All of the information on how you can get hold of this year's book for World Read Aloud Day will be available on our website. Go check it out.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
I think I've got some nieces and nephews to read aloud to on the 1st of February. So I'm very excited for that. I think it would be my first year celebrating World Read Aloud Day. I'm so glad that now I'm educated more on the amazing initiative that it is. Now, this gorgeous recipe that we're about to make is sophistication at its best. Crunchy, melty, and oozing with loveliness, our honey and lemon Labna cigars are definitely one for you to try with this Clover Authenticast Greek-style yogurt. Now get your hands on this recipe by SMSing the keyword treat to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. SMSs are charged at R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Now, Clem, I've been very open at the fact that I love learning in this kitchen, but labnas, what's a labna? Why is it a cigar? And the honey is lemon and honey.
All right, so basically all it is, it sounds very, very fancy, very foreign. What we've done is we've taken our Clover Authenticals and we've put it into a muslin cloth or a cheesecloth.
Okay.
Specifically called a cheesecloth because they use it to make cheese. So we add a little bit of lemon juice to it, mixed it through, bundle it up, put it into a bowl or into a colander, and all that extra liquid drained out.
Strain it all out.
So put it to the side. Then we just show you how thick and beautiful
it comes out.
That is. It's delicious. It's decadence, okay? Then to this, I'm going to ask you to mix some cream through.
Okay.
And we're going to make the cigars. Called cigars because of the shape.
Do I not start with the...
No, this one.
This
got
one?
You,
okay, yeah.
Got you. Cool.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Honey goes into that one. We're going to sweeten it slightly.
Okay.
Then I've got a damp cloth. Very, very important when you work with filo pastry. You always have a damp cloth over your pastry because the pastry dries out very quickly.
Okay.
So a nice clean damp cloth. Isn't it so fancy? You got even matches our like packaging.
It's kind of cute.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing. Okay, cool. Put it to the side. First things first, butter.
Oh,
You said it's all decadent and delicious.
Crucial.
Let's work with one sheet first.
Okay, so would this be more of a snack in the kitchen? Would it be more of a treat? Can you just have like a lot and make it a main meal?
Well, you can make it savory, so make it like a, then it would be like a starter or a canapé.
Okay.
But we're gonna go the sweet route by filling it with our honey, and that's gonna make our dessert.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
So cool. Pastry down, and if it cracks like that, it's perfectly fine.
All right.
A little bit of melted butter. And you can work on your countertop as long as it's all clean. I like working on the countertop because then there's less mess that you actually have to like wipe off a board, get a friend to help you hold down the other side.
100%. You know, we always say here on Afternoon Express, the kitchen is where we all come together. It's where we share memories and we kind of bond. And meals like this are perfect for that because you kind of get your hands dirty. You need two people in the kitchen for it, and we kind of have fun.
Exactly. I mean, you can do it if you're on your own, but I mean, it's a bit of a struggle.
It is a bit of a struggle.
And it's nice, like, you can get to know someone. Like, you don't know your neighbor next door. Hey.
Invite them over, make
I'm
some
making some
labnaz.
cigars, want to help me? Guaranteed they'll come over. Cool. Fold it over, just like that. If you can put that inside the little Ziploc bag that I've made over there on the side, all I've done is, if you don't have a piping bag, grab a Ziploc bag, snip the end off, and use that as a piping bag.
Ooh, I love these budget-friendly hacks in the kitchen because for me, I'm not a big chef, you know. I don't really entertain much. So I don't have a lot of instruments with me in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So I love this because everyone has Ziploc.
And there are still 91 days left of January, so we need to be very, very careful how we spend our money.
As for your 91 days, I always say that January feels like it's the entire year. Once you're over January, you're basically in December.
Absolutely.
This will get you through.
Absolutely. So what you're going to do, you're going to pipe some down at the bottom, leave a little bit of a gap on the sides because that's going to fold in to secure it. Then what you're going to do, roll over.
You just roll it over.
Just like that. Keep on rolling. Secure the ends now. Squish it all in.
Okay, I like that.
Fold in. Keep on rolling, and you can actually cut it right there. So you can make maybe two out of this one sheet.
Okay, brilliant. And Kim, I know that we're saying that having this meal is decadent and kind of over the top. But what I like about the Clover Authenticos is that it's packed with protein, nutrients, 18 amino acids. So you know that that dip that you're dipping in, ooh.
It's goodness.
It's goodness, and you've kind of taken care of yourself. So it's a bit of both in the kitchen, which I like.
Absolutely.
I enjoy it.
There we go. And talking about that dip very quickly. All it is more Authenticos, a little bit of lemon curd. It goes so well with it. Mix it through, swirl it through, and once it comes out the oven, nice and hot, dip it in there.
So we're using it as a dip. We're using it in the recipe, multi-use. And I love a good lemon curd.
100 ways with Authenticos. There we go.
100 ways. That's a challenge for this year. 100 ways with Clover Authenticos. Now, we think that it's safe to say that these are Moorish, delicious, and everything that you need in the kitchen. Remember to SMS the keyword treat to 33650 to get this recipe sent to you. So go on and give it a go.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
We are joined by Mochecko Chaka from financial services company Direct Access after the break to explain the importance of attaining a really good credit score. We'll be back then. What do you want?
Express yourself.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, South Africans love living large. Some think fancy cars, branded clothing, designer shades and lavish things. Tell them from financial services company Direct Access to explain to us the importance of maintaining a good credit score. How are you? Welcome to Afternoon Express.
How are you?
This is quite a stressful conversation. Like, well, what is your credit score? What does it mean? And why is it important to know what it is?
Well, you know, credit is such a wonderful thing to have, and it allows you to do some of the things you want to do in life, but it can be a source of anxiety.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, especially if it's not being managed well, but one of the best ways to get ahead of that is to understand your credit score. Because most retailers and companies, when assessing to give you credit, in fact, South African legislation allows you to have one free credit score per year.
Okay.
And the second thing is emotional, because sometimes people find it difficult to go over that chasm to know their credit score.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, if I know, I'll be worried, I won't like what I see.
Yeah,
but
it's a source of anxiety.
It is a source of anxiety. But we always encourage people to know, because once you do, firstly, you know what decisions you can make about credit. And then if it's not positive, which happens, it's not a reason to panic, because then you're empowered and you can make decisions to improve it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we find out what our score is?
So at Direct Access, we have a product called Pulse, which we're very passionate about.
Okay.
And if you go onto our website, Direct Access Pulse, and sign up, you get this, this credit report for free. When it renders on the screen, it shows your credit rating. So we've simplified it for people so they can engage with it. So it's either very good, poor, or excellent. And then it also shows you what's contributing to that score. So you know, is it I'm paying on time? Have I got too much credit than I can afford? Helping you at least be able to visualize what you need to do. And then it also informs you what are your credit line items.
Yeah.
These are things like, do I have a Truworths account? Do I have a credit card? How much do I owe? What's the limit?
Yeah.
And this information helps you. And then it also gives you a trend to see how you've done, and then advises you on some strategies to say, if you have a particular area that's not strong, what you can do to improve it.
And then, I mean, how are you judged on this, and can you recover from it? So if you've had like a really bad credit score at one point, can you then get a really good one? Like, how forgiving is credit?
No, very forgiving, because the thing is, as you become more engaged, it also can benefit you, because then you start becoming focused on understanding the things you can do to improve it. It actually becomes a bit of a game, because now you log on every month and the information is refreshed, and you see what your behavior in the last month could have done to influence the score. So it becomes something that you now feel empowered and you start to take control, particularly if it can show you which aspects of your credit you need to manage.
You said we get one free a year. What does that mean?
It means that any bureau that has a credit score can allow you a free one, and then you have access to that. But what we offer, Direct Access, goes a little bit further, because for free, when you sign up and it's free, you can access it every month.
Why are more people, like literally, why is not everybody on that if it's for free?
Well, that's a challenge we face, to really help people to first understand that it's there. And secondly, to sort of like nurse them through that fear of knowing it and looking at it, and then be able to engage it a little bit better than before.
So just give us 3 easy tips on how to manage your credit better.
Firstly, it's to try and find out what it is. So knowing is the first part, and it's so important. Then to understand what's contributing to your current score. Am I paying well? Am I paying late? And then by understanding that, then you can take steps to fix it. And then the second one to really fix your credit score is to actually make the decision to take control of your life and start making different decisions, because if you don't make the changes, then you won't see them reflected in your score.
Yeah, and it's so important to have a good credit score, because I think a lot of people can get into debt when they're very young and they don't realize how that's going to impact them when they're older. So it is important to clear it as quick as possible.
Very, very important, because I mean, once you have a good credit score and you carry on with the behaviors to keep that up, it will open you up to being able to have a healthy relationship with credit. And then now you can do some of the things like, you know, now and then live lavish, but most of the times it allows you to push your kids through school, buy a house, buy the car you need. So it's very positive for people in their lives.
Thank you so much. When I leave here, I'm going to find out what my credit score is.
Thank you for having me. 3
digits that can change your day. Lovely chatting to you. Thank you very much. That was very helpful information. So forget what your friends, neighbours and colleagues think. When it comes to your finances, the people that really matter are your employers, landlords, banks, retailers, who use your credit score to find out just how financially reliable you are.
Registering for Pulse is free and easy. Visit directaccess.co.za/Pulse today. So basically, knowledge is power. It doesn't matter how stressful it is, go out there and take full control over your credit rating and find out what it is. Now, after the break, singer and songwriter Dumza Maswana performs live in the loft, so stay exactly where you are.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
1 2 1 2.
Exigiziweyo molo Biche biche yazichicha iziqenya ngobuhlebayo Ngumntakabani nalo uthi xa ethe qi suke kukhanye Yabobotheka indoda incumancume zingangaqoli naphansi Molo, molo, molo ndombi Molo, 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 molo ndombazana Molo, molo, molo ndombi Molo kaloku Molo ndombazana Madoda khwelelani ngokwamlo uzabhaya Kwekho madoda Indoda ekrokayo dadeza kwindonga qula kwedini Madoda sudukani ngokwamlo uzabhaya
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we are all geared up for Dumza Maswana's performance here in the loft. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to bring you the man that is bringing back the healing power of music to our ears. Performing his song called Molo, it's Dumza Maswana, ladies and gentlemen. The stage is yours. Wendombazana enhle enomkhitha exigiziweyo molo Kwekho biche biche yazijija iziqenya ngobuhlebayo Ngumntakabani nalo uthi xa ethe qi suke kukhanye Yabobotheka indoda incumancumeza ingangacholi naphansi Molo, molo, molo ndombi Molo, molo, molo Molo ndombazana, ndombazana, ndombazana Molo, molo, molo ndombi Molo kaloku Molo, molo, molo Molo ndombazana Oh
madoda khwelelani ngowamlo uzapaya. Quick, madoda. Indodeko kayo dadeza kundonga kula kwete. Madoda khwelelani ngowamlo uzapaya. Indodeko kayo dadeza kundonga kula kwete. Ungandijonge ebhatyini ndityemalam ndizityela amaqhosha ebhatyam. Ungandicunzi kaloku andityi kwakho. Ndizityela amaqhosha ebhatyam.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.